Today we're reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. You already know his takes are controversial, so let's react to it, break it down, and see if we agree or disagree.
When you talk about high value men, because if they had, they wouldn't be just focusing on the money. There's a lot of women that have men with money, but they're not always happy either.
Well, okay, so the follow-up question to that would be, that's the kind of man you would like to have, you just don't like that aspect of it.
Well, I would say this, I'm 41, right? So when I listen to the women, when I was in the 30s, when I heard the girls from up here, they remind me of myself, because I was like, he got to have a lot of money. He got to take care of all the bills. That's what I was on. And I run in those circles. But what I've learned is a lot of those men just couldn't be faithful. So then I learned, well, that's my deal breaker. Faithfulness is my deal breaker. So I've been blessed.
So the question I have then is, because I hear what you're saying, but then I'm also like, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Because you 41 years old, married, any kids?
Nope, I froze my eggs though, so I got a safety net just in case.
So you're accustomed to a certain standard of life.
This is true.
And if a man is making the median of what a black man is making, $42,500, he can't afford your standard of life.
So is that my problem?
See, no, it's the reality of the world. See, what happens far too often, especially in our communities, black women wait too long to get married. You wait till you're too old. You wait till you have too much experience, and your experience and your income has gone up, and that is inversely proportional to your sexual marketplace value.
So can I speak to that?
So let me finish making the example, because I hear women come on and say, you know what, that high value thing, I really don't want that because I don't want to have to share him. All right, but then are you going to be able to look at a man making $45,000 a year and respect him to the same level that a high value man would be respected?
I would respect a man who's hardworking, and as long as he doesn't try to minimize me in any way. Now that's the biggest thing. If he's okay with me being my full self.
You didn't answer whether or not you respect him to the same level you respect the high value man.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm going to say yes, only because I'm going to tell you this. I've dated high value men. I've dated the men with the Rolls Royces and all the cars and all the glitz and glamour. And they always thought because they had the cars and the glitz and glamour that you got to bow down to them. And
I get it. But I'm talking about the man who's working at the post office.
I would say, now I'm going to tell you my requirements. I want you to be attractive. So if you're a guy that's working at the post office and you're attractive and you...
Hold on, let me time out. Why do you want to be attractive?
I can't have nothing.
No, let me explain. See, this is what's so wrong with so many of our women. You're supposed to be the attractive one, not us. Okay. Black women today have atavistic mating standards, very primitive, meaning I want you to look good. So he can make $40,000 a year as long as he look good.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he can make $40,000 a year. I'm not.
That's what most black men make, $42,500.
Okay, so Kevin, so are you saying in your perspective that it's over for me? Then I don't have.
No, it's not. No, what I'm saying is your price is too high.
How is my price too high?
Okay. Well, first of all, you asked me, and I'm going to. You're 41 and unmarried.
Right.
You're freezing
By choice.
Yeah, that's no.
Well, no, I can say that. I was once engaged when I was in college.
Okay. No.
I just got.
See, this is what I mean. The engagement queens, you can't make this shit up.
No, I'm not. Listen, wait, Kevin.
Don't overtalk me. No. I said if we could start giving black women credit for engagements, you act like that shit matters. I'm not married, but I'm not by choice. Unless you're turning away proposals of men of value and esteem, it doesn't matter. Y'all talk about y'all are unmarried when ain't nobody that you want to marry trying to marry you.
Kevin, can I speak to that?
No, because I haven't got to my point. You asked me why is it over for me? That's what you asked.
But I want just to say one thing. Okay?
Let me get to my point, dude. Let me get.
Okay.
I didn't even. This is why it's over for a lot of sisters too. Look, you can be right all you want to, Men control access to marriage. And one of the major reasons that older women are getting passed over for younger women is you're too masculine, you're too bossy, you're too opinionated. That works well in the corporate world when you're making other people successful and rich and fine, but it does not work well when you're trying to connect with a man. Why is it over for many women your age? One, because your income has risen. And females have evolved. Evolutionary biology says women want men to have at least what they have. The older you get, the more money you make, the more education you have, the more resources you get, thereby inflating your estimation of yourself. But that estimation is not your sexual marketplace value. It is going down.
Can I respond? I want to be respectful because it's your
Go
platform.
ahead, but do you understand that example I just gave? The inverse proportional relationship.
I understand, but can I speak now? Because I'm being respectful. This is your platform, so I definitely want to honor your rules. I just got out of a relationship in January, and I could be married right now if that was my goal. But I would rather be happy than just married to say I have a husband. And I don't think that should be looked down upon. I don't think that's my honest truth. You could, feel away, but that's an honest truth. I was in a relationship that he wanted me to.
How long were you in it?
We were together since last year, 8 months.
Okay.
And he was ready to be married very soon, very early on. And I don't want to be married just to be married. And I'm not going to live with fear and say, oh, okay.
So do you want to be married?
Huh?
You want to be married?
Excuse me?
Do you want to be married?
I want to be happily married. If I get married, it's going to be because...
Do you want to be married?
Oh, did he want to be married? Yes.
Do you want to be married?
I would be married if it makes sense. I'm not going to be married just to be married. And I don't feel like that.
All right. So again, I've asked you, do you want to be happily married? And are you going to be married? I want to be happily married. Ma'am, I'm going to be honest. I don't care about your happiness. I don't care about your love. Marriage is a practical choice. And you can make all these things you want, ma'am. And yes, you're 41, but you're going to be 50, just like that.
I know, I will be.
So the question becomes, if you want to be married, I mean, let's be real. You're freezing your eggs for a reason. Why?
I did. Because I didn't want the pressure to just go out and get pregnant because of my age and my clock. Men have that.
Who's going to carry the baby?
I mean, if I can't carry the baby, then I'll get a surrogate. I mean, it happens.
So again, but in order for all that to happen, you have to have a man that you deem worthy propose to you.
Okay, and that's and
hold on.
Okay.
That man, if he could meet your high standard, he can meet a lot of other women's standard as well. And here's the problem. There are hundreds of you, thousands of you. Why should he pick you over the one that can carry her own babies at 24 or 25 or 26, who are willing to get on his program, who don't have as many expectations as a woman your age?
Well, listen, this is what I will say. If he feels the way that you're feeling, then he's not the man for me, and I have no problem with that. That's almost that passive aggressive sign language. Can I ask you a question? Do you want me to feel okay?
That passive aggressive sign language, that whole if he's not the man for you, that's I don't play that Tyler Perry Christian crap. That's not it. I don't do that over here. You can do that over there, but I don't do that over here.
Okay, Kevin, I'm being respectful. I really am. I'm trying
to don't have to be respectful. Here's the thing. You being respectful is what you're supposed to do. You're not doing me a favor.
Okay. I wanted to have a conversation. I'm hoping we can have a conversation. So I guess am I at the ability to ask you a question? Is that fine?
It's about the topic, sure.
Okay. So what do you want me to accept? Because from your,
I want you to accept your sexual marketplace value.
Okay, so what does that equal to? So what are you saying that I need to accept?
Okay, what a sexual marketplace value of a 41-year-old woman is lower than a 31-year-old woman.
Okay.
It's lower than a 21-year-old woman. Because if a man wants to have multiple children, he cannot have them with you carrying them.
Okay. That's true, and I don't want to have multiple children. So
I said if a man wants to have multiple children, I don't care. See, you keep going back to what you want. You control access to your body, and for a time frame, women control access to whether or not kids are born. But see, what older women, especially accomplished women, have a hard time accepting is your value has a shelf life. After 35, you're at geriatric pregnancy. If you met a man that you found that you thought was the bee's knees and he wanted 3 children, you can't carry them.
Okay, but Kevin, I would say this, right? Can I just say that?
Is that true?
I agree with you. I'm not.
So either he would have to forego having the children in his legacy, or he'd have to go find someone who could.
Or it could be a man that might already have children and doesn't want children.
Not my example. That's not my example. That's a different example.
Can I just say this? I respect your insight. I really do. That's why I came on your platform. Okay. But I'm not gonna allow what you think is gonna be for my life to be my life.
Okay, if you allow what I don't know you, lady.
Right, is that, well, my name is Kendra. You said my name earlier.
Lady, Kendra, ma'am, I don't know you.
Okay.
So and the thing is that I'm not going to allow you to start getting upset because...
I'm not, Kevin, I'm not upset. I'm not upset.
You came to my platform and asked me my opinion. Okay, so to tell me what you're not going to allow me to do, that's not necessary.
I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just ultimately...
But what would you call it? What would you call it? I'm not going to allow what you say to do what?
Because, I mean, listen, I hear you, but I don't... There's plenty of women that I know that have had babies in their 40s, that have gotten married in their 40s. It can happen. So
I'm talking black women?
Yes, I'm talking black women.
1 in 4 black women were married. 1 in 4 black women were married in their lifetime. So you telling me about the aged black women who marry after 40 and have babies? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. That is, unfortunately, and here's the thing. If you're waiting till your 40s to marry and have babies, you did something wrong in your 20s and 30s.
I mean, well, I will say this. I focus on my career, which I know you feel could be something wrong. I have no regrets. I don't
feel like there's anything wrong. I don't feel like there's anything wrong. Let me go ahead and turn you people in the comment section up. I don't care what y'all think. I mean, honestly, I don't judge by what women want. If you want to focus on your career, do that. But see, one thing that women have not been told in this country is there's a cost to all of it. You can't have it all. Men can't have it all. There are trade-offs and choices. If you chose to focus on your career, I am all for that. Do it. But it comes at a cost of your prime childbearing years. I don't make human beings the way they are. So this is the choice women have to make.
I wholeheartedly agree. And I was engaged into my college sweetheart. I went to Hampton and I chose to focus on my career instead of becoming a wife. I have no regrets. Okay. And just as I hear what you're saying with statistics, one of my best friends just got married last year. She's pregnant, due any day now, and she's 41 and she's a black woman. So all I'm saying is, yes, you're right. Maybe the statistics aren't there, but in my reality, in my worlds, I know women that...
Anecdotal evidence doesn't change the fact.
Huh?
Anecdotal evidence doesn't change the fact. You know people like you. That does not change the reality.
Well, okay. I'm not taking away from that.
What I'm saying is, ma'am,
I'm just saying that...
Listen to what we're doing in the black community. Take it away from you. Take it away from your friends. We're actually having a conversation about women having babies in their 40s. That's how warped we've become in the black community, because we cannot get it together in our prime mating and marrying years. Because so many of our women value these so-called careers. Now, I don't doubt that you have a career, but I got to let you know how many women I've talked to over the countless years who call their job a career. Most people have a job. Most people have jobs. Most people don't have careers. And it seems to be, why can Becky, Marisol, Mylene, and Anu all go out and have jobs and careers, just like black women have jobs and careers, and still be able to spin that plate and find a husband? Why can every other race of women seem to be able to do that, but black women are doing it at a 1 out of 4 ratio, and the next closest women are white women who are married twice as much as you are? And that's married to anybody. You're not marrying anybody.
Can I respond to that? I hear what you're saying. But I also think that if women are realistic and they are open to dating and maybe not always focusing on the money and maybe to give up some things on their list, it is possible. I know you said yourself, your mother got married at 50. There's people that do still find love in their 40s. And I just think that I don't want women to feel hopeless.
And her 3 sisters died alone.
Huh?
And her 3 sisters on the way to dying alone.
Well, speaking of dying alone, I had a mother who wasn't married when she died, and she didn't die alone. She died.
Do you think black women have been given do you think black women have been given the accurate message for life?
I will say no. I will say no. I'll give you that. But I will say this too. There's a lot of things I do agree with you on, Kevin, and that's why I came on your platform. But I will say the die alone things. I don't want to give women. I don't think women should be
Oh, I do. I think fear. I think it needs some healthy fear. Because here's the thing: when we do this whole coddling, don't act like it is what it is. No, we need to tell you smoking causes cancer. We don't need to tell you smoking causes smoking makes you happy.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at our community. Black men are at the bottom. Black women are at the bottom. Black boys are at the bottom. You're the only group of women who stand out proudly saying, I don't need a man to make it through life. No other group or race of women is so bold to stand outside and say, put all the pressure of the world on me because I don't need him.
Well, I don't believe that. I believe men are very important. I love the black man. My father.
It's our culture.
Okay, I agree with that. Let me ask you this, Kevin. Do you think a woman, because I hear you talk about settle, and I always wondered your answer to this. Should a woman be with a guy who might be cheating on her, not treating her the best? Do you think it's better to have a man than to not have a man at all?
Yeah, that's a disingenuous question. So when you come in setting the table as if is the choice between a negative and a man, I reject that question. Why don't you give it the other way around? Do you think a woman should have a man who actually she can build with and partner with, such and so forth? Why come in assuming bad faith to begin with?
No, I'm not.
No. Yes, you did. You came in and gave me a negative versus having a man. And that means if he's going to do this, should she choose that? Why don't you give me the other side? Give me the good faith argument.
Okay, well, no, there is a good faith argument, but I just heard you say several times, I think sometimes women...
No, what I'm saying is, why didn't you come through the door giving the good faith argument? Why do I have to ask you for it?
Well, I think naturally, if a man is treating you right, if you find a Russell Wilson, what would be the reason for you to leave?
You mean an NFL MVP quarterback? That's the only thing?
Okay, we'll take the money. Or just a man, period, that celebrates you.
What I'm asking you is, I don't celebrate you. You're supposed to celebrate him.
But what I'm asking you, Kevin, is this, and I'm not trying to be combative. I'm just simply asking you a question, and I'm really trying not to be combative here. Is there some women...
You shouldn't have to try.
There's some women who date men who might not be treating them the best. And I always just wonder, because I know you preach a lot about settling and being with men. And
I talk a lot about settling because that's what a lot of women talk about all the time when they really ain't settling. See, what I'm saying is I asked you the question.
Okay, I'm sorry.
One of the two things wrong in our community is, one, so many of our women come into interactions with black men in bad faith. You assume the worst, the negative. Ma'am, go rewind this part. You gave me an example. Do you think a woman should settle for a man that's cheating on her, abusing her, such and so forth, in order to just have a man? That is a disingenuous French toast ass position when you could have easily come in and gave me the positive good faith. Do you think it would be better for a woman to be with a man who she can actually live with and cooperate with and build a life with, or have nothing? You could have made that choice to come in the door, good faith or bad faith. You chose to come, no. You chose to come in bad faith because that is the default position in our community.
Well, no, Kevin, let me apologize if it came across that way, because
no apologies necessary. That just shows you where we are in the community.
Right, but what I'm saying is there are times, though, obviously there's men out there that treat their women good. I know several men who celebrate their wives and they're good men. So I wasn't asking that question because I thought that's a no-brainer. If you're with a man that is treating you good and you can build with, of course you be with him. But there are times when women are dealing with men who are bringing them more sorrow than happiness. And I was just wondering if you think being a single woman in that predicament would be better off than being with the man who might be bringing you drama. That's all I was simply just trying to ask that question. There's 3 types of men. There's a man that treats you good.
All right, no. See, this is what we do too often. We do this too often. Acting as though women don't have accountability and consequences in the men they choose. No, man. Okay, I'll let you go on for 30 seconds. And you say a man should be celebrated. I don't know why black women come in and talk about men should be celebrated. You're supposed to celebrate the man. He's not supposed to celebrate you. What other race of women runs around talking about them? You need to celebrate them. What are we celebrating?
Well,
who's on top? Who leads?
Well, Kevin, okay.
Who's on top? Who leads?
I do say that, yes, the man leads, but I have to just speak for the men that I know that are happily married. They celebrate their wives. They do.
All right. Okay.
But Kevin, listen.
You can okay, man, but who? Okay. This notion is toxic. It's toxic to like, yes, it is. Because it keeps women with this overinflated stuff that they need to be celebrated, to where asking women, yesterday I had a woman on Instagram thinking that being a traditional housewife was tantamount to slavery just because she had to actually cook a damn meal.
I saw that.
So that's a woman that shares your reflection.
How?
She's black.
Oh, so it's my reflection. Okay, that's what you're saying.
Yes. So my notion, the way so many women talk as though you're some sort of god or deity that's supposed to be celebrated. The way we do it over here is men of value lead. Women of value follow them. You celebrate your man. You praise your man. What y'all do on your side is good for you. Hope it works for you. But more people on this side are winning. More people on that side got opinions and no husbands, especially no husbands they value. So you talk about Russell Wilson. I don't know many men on this side that respect Russell Wilson, not because he married a woman with a child, it's because he's a simp.
Why is he a simp? Why is he a simp?
Because that's an entire program. And here's the thing. How about this? Because the men say he is.
Well, okay, as a female, then I want to simp, because if there's a man.
Well, then go ahead. Then you so you want to have again, and thank you guys. Listen to what she said. She wants to simp. She wants to simp. She wants to simp because a man like Russell Wilson, who put Sierra on a pedestal, pedestalizing a woman is. I said this 3 weeks ago. Show me a culture or a race of competitive people where the women were pedestalized above the men, and show me a competitive civilization. You don't. Men's purpose needs to be pedestalized, not the female. It doesn't mean that see, this is a problem. So many women in the black community want to be sitting up like this queen, and if a man is sitting up here looking at you, he cannot fight everybody else, compete with everybody else, and defend the world. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. And that's why so many women, black women, are by themselves, because if they can't be treated like the queens that they think they are, then they'd rather have nothing, and no one's going to stop you. Because if it ain't, because the problem ain't black men. It ain't black men because ain't no man marrying you. When it says 1 out of 4 black women were married, that means anybody. So your career, your job, your accomplishments, whatever is walking around making you feel great and wonderful about yourself, that works well until you're about 55 or 60. Then what? What's about the rest of life?
Are you asking me that direct question?
The ultimate point is we get nowhere when we have women who still think they should be celebrated ahead of the men.
Well, I think they should celebrate each other, and maybe we have
who should be celebrated. Who should lead?
I don't mind the man being the head of the household.
What do you mean you don't mind?
Wow, that was the wrong answer. Like, I think if a man.
Okay, so who should throw the ball on? So who should handle the ball on the offense side of football? I don't mind if the quarterback handler. Who should throw the pass? I don't mind if the quarterback, or is that the quarterback's job?
Okay, I thought I was giving you I think we're giving the same answer.
No, we're not. We're not, because I don't mind. See, it doesn't matter if you mind or not. It's what it should be.
Okay, so the man leads the household. I don't feel like the female can't have an opinion on anything.
Well, she can. She's valued counsel.
And I do think the man should be celebrated, but I also think, and I've witnessed it, men who hold their wives to high value and will do anything to protect her, and will say that they will not be the man they are without that particular woman. I had men, high value men that you call high value men, say things like that. So I know
what did women say about their men?
Say again?
What did women say about their men?
Oh, they love them. them, they appreciate them, they think that they're their king. So it goes both ways. They're celebrating each other. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Okay.
Listen, I appreciate you bringing me on your show. We're going to agree to disagree on a couple of things. Like I said, Friday and Saturday.
Well, one way works and one way doesn't.
Well, I mean, I will say this. Maybe I live in some exceptions to the rules, because I'm just speaking on the things that I
do. 1 in 4 black women were married. You do. And I don't know I don't know, if you just look at my show Monday through Friday, that's the world.
Okay, well, Kevin, can I just say this one thing? I feel like you do give good advice, but sometimes when the women come up here, you make them feel hopeless, because there's certain things they can't.
No, I don't make you feel anything. You're responsible for your own feelings.
Okay, I will take that back. I will retract that. But I would say, if a woman has, I don't have any kids, but if a woman has children, and if she's a certain age, and you feel like there's no man out there for her, then what is she?
So if I tell a woman what the statistics are, and what the men and if I tell you what the men are saying, see, what you don't seem to realize is, if I had a drone follow me every day, when I go out into Atlanta or around this country, how many men are coming and say from high school to on walkers saying, thank you for telling the truth, thank you for saying what I can't say. Every day, dozens of men, can I take a picture with you? Thank you for telling the truth. I'm so glad. So it ain't what Kevin is saying. And see, the problem is, so many women are focusing on the messenger, the tone, or whatever. You're losing the fact that you're finally getting some accurate information that ain't telling you don't forget your crown, you're a queen, and all this other kind of stuff, because all those people want to sell your books, sell your dreams. When you talk about leaving hopeless, I think many women who bought this bullshit that these men have been selling and then turn around and find out they're cheating just like everybody else, and ain't the men they say, then they should feel hopeless. At least I'm telling you 2 + 2 is 4. Make a decision what you want, 2, 2, or 4.
Okay, first of all, you're absolutely right. I know plenty of men that speak your praises. Like I even said, there's things that you have said that I have agreed with, and things that I know high value is a thing with money. Men with money would tell me certain things that you do tell the people on your platform. So I'm not disagreeing with you there. If there's any disagreement that I would ever have, is just the accord of women, if they don't, they can't get married in their 40s. Or
they said they could get married. I didn't say they couldn't get married. What I say is you have to pick first of all, you're not going to keep, I hate when you ladies do this. You oversimplify what I say and then expect me to actually hold that. When have I told a woman that she can't get married?
Well, I know you have this thing called the danger zone, and
what does that mean?
Wants you.
What does that mean?
The danger zone is she's in a certain age bracket, like if she has kids, if she's overweight, and if she's a certain age, you have.
Kendra, you've disproven that you don't know what I talk about. That's not what the danger zone means.
Educate
me. So this is what I mean. You're a professional woman, and you're in media too, right? You run
yes, I am.
And you watch my show. I defined the danger zone countless times, and you still are saying something it ain't. The danger zone is the years between 27 and 35.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm saying.
That's not it.
Okay.
27 to 35, when a woman needs to really focus like a laser on the outcome she wants. If you want to be married with children, you need to focus like a laser, because after age 30, by 35, you hit what's geriatric pregnancy. That's not Kevin. That's nature. That's biology. See, what happens so often is you ladies get triggered. You think you hear what I say. You're going to try to make the danger zone be all that stuff, and it was none of that stuff.
Okay.
You're going to try to say, well, you tell a woman that they're this and they're that, and I don't say that.
Okay.
Ma'am, you'll be able to go back. This is going to be up. You'll be able to hear what you said. And the fact of the matter is, I don't tell women that they can't. I tell them it's unlikely depending upon their particular situation. And yes, let me reiterate. If you are a woman over 35, overweight and with children, it is highly unlikely that you're going to find a man making 6 figures plus who wants to marry you. Because those men want something in return too. And they typically don't want somebody else's children. Now, is that meaning them hopeless? No, what it's telling them is you've made your choice. to allow yourself to reproduce 1-2 times with or without the benefit of a husband, most of the times without. You've allowed yourself to become the physical shape you are. That's your responsibility. It is not this man's responsibility to lower his standards, settle, when he's had to work to become this thing. No one gave him this. He deserved to get something from this. But see, we're so busy trying to tell women that they should be celebrated that we forget to think about, what about your men? We need to start celebrating men, black men, and forget the black men. What about the boys? Fuck the men. What you doing with the boys? All these women with children, what are you doing with your boys? Black boys reading at the 4th grade level. Black boys are behind. Forget us. You don't have to like us. But what are you doing with your boys sitting next to your daughters? And more often than not, women are telling their daughters, get an education, do this, and so forth, and they're making their sons punks, putting them in Jordans and pink shirts, and making them son husbands. And they are raising the same men that you ladies complain about. Prioritizing sooner or later this old nasty old bad old patriarchy. You're gonna have to realize that it's the one thing that's made this world evolve.
Okay. I know you probably have to go on to somebody else, but there's just one more thing I want to talk to you about, if you allow it. I know it's your platform. The dying alone. Because I feel like the dying alone thing, I know my uncle died alone. He was a man. My father found him dead a day after he was dead.
Your uncle died alone, he was what?
I said he was a man. So I'm not sure when you talk about dying alone, it can go both ways. Now,
see, that's what we started off today, right? That's exactly what we started off talking about.
Is that bad for me to say that?
Yes, it is.
How?
Because this is exactly, you can't make this shit up, guys. It's always, when it gets tight on women, we got to make it always go both ways. This overgeneralization. See, here's the thing about men dying alone. Men have always died alone. They've been called weirdos, hermits, loners. But men at least have the decency to leave everybody else the fuck alone. They'll sit in their cabin, sit there eating Hungry Man or Swanson or ramen noodles. They'll even go homeless. What do you think all these men out here are homeless? Show me groups of homeless women. Nowhere in the world where women are by themselves do they not require and demand stuff from the state. It's killing Japan. It's killing China right now. Women who are unmarried, living in communes or groups of one another, but then they're getting older and older and older, and the state cannot support aged people. It used to be your nuclear family, your extended family who took care of mama and papa and granny and auntie. But now you got adults who are choosing to be independent, making $60,000, $70,000 a year when they're in their 30s or 40s, doing decent, but they're not living high on the hog. But you don't have no retirement. All you're away from one illness or one fall from being broke. So, dying alone, women don't sit around at 50 or 60 years old and not demand government assistance, benefits of some sort. They're demanding something on the system. So, men are still supporting you, and that is going to break a society. We cannot afford it. So, like it or not, ladies, when we start seeing homeless elderly women like we see homeless men, then women will start getting the picture. Because, like it or not, the coffers are empty. You can't not gonna just be because many women still think, yeah, well, if it get too bad, I'll just go to the church. I'll go to the Jesus house. What about when all that's closed? What about when there's no more resources? Where those women gonna go? The same place homeless men have always gone. Outside.
Do you believe that marriage benefits men too? Like I know you.
Do I believe what benefits men?
Do you feel okay? And because I know I have to ask my questions very correctly with the words. So I know that you believe women, marriage is a benefit to women. Do you believe that marriage is a benefit to men? Like should men try to find wives? Like is that important to them? Or
well, it used to be. It used to be when women valued marriage and valued men, but today, more often than not, women value a man's resources and his ability to provide. That's why I stick in the high value area, because I realize that most women don't want a man making $40,000 a year. I asked you that 30 minutes ago. Would you respect a man making $42,000 a year? And the answer you had was no. I
didn't say no.
No, you didn't know. What you did not do is answer. I remember what you did. You did not answer directly.
I respect any man, first of all, that has a job. So I did say that. That's not true.
But no, the answer was ultimately the lifestyle. Would you be willing to lower your
you
lifestyle?
said
Are you willing to lower your lifestyle?
Oh,
Because-
lower my lifestyle.
Yeah, because okay, I'm assuming you make more than $42,000 a year.
Yes.
Okay, so if he's making $42,000 a year, he's only going to be able to pay whatever percentage of his overall income towards the mortgage, the lights, everything else, and even the car. So if you drive a BMW, what, he's supposed to get a bicycle?
So I'm supposed to get a lower car then? I'm just asking. Because
let me explain. That's what a man would have to do.
But you said that men and women.
So that's what a man. That's what a man would have. That's what a man would be expected to do. If a man was earning more than his woman, the world would expect that man to get him a decent car and her a decent car. The world would look at that man crazy if he was driving a car that his income could afford and she was riding around in a Honda Civic and he was riding around in a Mercedes. The world would look at him all kind of craziness.
But see, now, can I respond to that, Kevin? That's on the man to have more stability and confidence in himself, because if you're worried about the world,
that's not. We can't skip past. No. You asked, is it on me to lower my lifestyle? Well, if he can't afford to go, see, a man making less than you is not used to going to eat the places you do, go to do the things you do. So you're going to have to forego doing those things. Unless you want to pay for them.
I see what you're saying.
And I know that, and I'm a smart enough man to know that comes with a woman lacking respect for a man. So we can play around this all we want to. You can say, I don't want to deal with a high value man if it regards sharing it with somebody. I would rather do this, but this man over here is not going to get high value man respect. And he's going to always know that this dude was really your first choice, but you didn't want to deal with this. And you're not going to put him at the same level of pedestal that you would have to put this man on to share or honor him like they need to be. So honestly, is there any value to marriage to an average guy today? No, because modern women are not marriageable like the women of before. They're not. Modern women today are not ready to be with their mothers, their grandmothers and their great grandmothers were. They're not. I didn't make it that way.
I guess I'm gonna live in the exception to the rule area.
But you can live in the exception to the rule, and that's fine. You can, at 41 years old, I try to do that too. But when I'm talking to people across the board, I don't do that. When I talk to 24-year-old women who tell me that they could not marry a plumber off rip just because of the title plumber, and she's a political science major, what do you want me to tell them?
My thought though that I built a career, like that's where I kind of get confused, because if I'm not judging the guy,
your choice. It's your choice.
Right. So if
it's
I'm
your choice. Okay, ma'am. You keep asking me, is it your fault? I don't know why you keep asking me this. Your choice. You choose the outcomes. Here's the bottom line for me and you and everybody. Relationships are reflective. You attract what you are.
Okay, I agree.
So if the man you were with 8 months ago wasn't up to standard, you allowed him in your life for eight months, 8 valuable months at 40 plus.
I'll be okay though. I don't have a problem in that area. And one day I'm gonna get married, Kevin, and you're gonna be invited to the wedding. And when I have my
you act like I'm sitting here cheering and saying that you're not. But what I'm saying is, modern women's estimation of themselves, modern black women's estimation of yourself is, you're more prideful than average men.
I'm more prideful?
Black women are more prideful than black women, in my opinion. My personal opinion, have more pride than most men.
Well,
Let me explain what I mean. Because you ask a lot of educated sisters, the first thing you lead with is your accomplishments. That is a masculine thing. When women, that's not a feminine thing. Go on my show. I got it. Where you think this song from? I'm a PhD. I'm a PhD. That came from me asking a woman, "Where's your husband?" What? Husband? I would not choose to be. I'm a PhD. And the thing is, if the ultimate goal for so many of these women is they want to be in a emotionally significant, profound relationship, having their own children, these PhDs, these masters, these careers, especially when the truth comes out that they really don't want to have to pay significant bills after they're pregnant and don't want to have to pay but a small portion of the overall financial family load after marriage, then these careers and jobs are just ego projects. Because what you plan on doing is if you get the kind of man you want to get, you're going to jettison it for a period of time anyway, while everybody else is working. So these careers are ego projects for most. So if that's what women choose to do, great, do it. But then you come out here at 35, 40 years old and talk about, I can't find no man on my level. All these men are beneath me, yada, 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 yada. And then act like the problems with the men. No, you waited too long. Your price is too high. Your eggs is dried up. You're out of shape. Your attitude is not where it needs to be. And then you think somebody should value your socioeconomic status when it's actually your looks, fit, feminine, cooperative, submissive, the things it's always been.
Okay.
And I get to be the asshole that says this over and over again because everybody else wants you to buy their seminars and their books. I don't have a seminar or book.
No, again, like I said, Kevin, the things that you said on your platform, I have heard men say to me and talk about the things that they won't say to women. So I have heard those things. So that's why I said there's a lot of things I agree with. There's some things I disagree with, but that's life. And I mean, again, I don't want no smoke, Kevin. I was coming on your show.
No. I'm looking for a clip. I'm looking for a clip when I had a woman here from me.
Okay, you want me to hear a clip? Okay.
No. This woman that came on my show, and she's a successful woman, but she does hair here in Atlanta. And she made the example of when she's sitting there listening to all these successful entrepreneurs, executives, businesswomen in her chair, that they're all complaining about the same thing. I can't find no man on my level. But when you were 35 plus, you should have been out of the game for 10 years. See, what I'm saying is for women who want to have a career or whatever, there's a man out there that you can make a deal with. But the problem is far too many Black women did not prioritize finding or being found by a suitable man. They thought, they were told, focus on this. And then when you decide you want to settle down, then you can turn around and go get one. That ain't how it works. Every other group of women realize that I need to find him in college, in grad school, early on in the process, and then grow with him up. But this is where sisters come along. You didn't find him when you was in school. So now you get to this point, you don't want no build-a-boo or build-a-bread. Okay, so you want this man over here. You want the man who's already in process, on his purpose, that don't need nothing from you, who can provide for you. Well, guess what? He wants a whole lot. Cartier don't go on sale, baby girl. I never seen Cartier go on sale. Never seen Cartier go on sale.
Well, I do think women that make a certain amount of money or a certain category have to adjust some of their wants. Because you are right. The market value is a little different. My thing, and you cleared it up for me, because I always thought it was you'll never get married and things of that nature. But you cleared that up for me tonight. That's why it's good to have a direct conversation. Mm-hmm. You never said it would never happen. Nope. But it can happen. And I just think that I just want
if you were telling women what to do, would you tell them to wait till you're 40 or would you tell them to prioritize it in your early 20s?
Well, let me be honest. I'm a career woman. So, and I feel like my career is who I am.
If you want to be married and have children, what would you tell women to do?
You gonna let me answer? Because yeah. I would tell a woman not to have a baby until she's married. I strongly believe in being married before you have a child. Okay. And but I wouldn't tell her to do it out of fear. I wouldn't tell her to do it because
what age?
I have to be honest, the age that works for you. When you feel
this is so vague. Give me a range. Give me a range, man.
Okay, well, let me say this. This is why I say this. I have college friends. Because, Kevin, I want to answer the question.
This is why I'm going to stop you right here, man. I'm going to stop you right here. And I'm going to stop you right here. This is why young women are stopped coming to you, ladies. That's the woman who called my show last night asked me, who are you to be giving all this advice? And then this 46-year-old woman. Young women are stopped listening to y'all because you won't stop. There's a reason that 32,000 people watching my show, and a lot of them are women, because you're not telling them the truth. You won't be direct with them. You won't just tell them, look, if you want to have your career, it's going to cost you. You won't tell them that if you want to get married and have kids, you need to do it before a certain age to have a better shot. You know better, but you won't tell them.
No. Let me say this. I was engaged when I was in my 20s to my college sweetheart.
I ain't asking about you.
Kevin, let me just give you, because I'm going to give you the answer. And I made a choice not to get married, right? And I don't have kids to this day. So I could say I have regrets because I could be married and have
What
children.
age?
That was like 25.
What age would you tell the women? I ain't asking about you. And
I'm trying to answer it, but you won't let me answer it.
No, I just need you to give me the age. I don't need the background. Give me the age. They're between the ages of 21 and 50. What age, if you want to get married and have a family, what age should they start prioritizing?
You allow me to answer, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm allow you to give me an age. I'm going to end this conversation.
I know a girl that had a baby at
I'm going to allow you to give me an age range.
Kevin,
right.
Oh my God. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Since you're not
This is why they're not listening to you anymore.